Uh-oh, man down.
This is the Sopwith camel, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
But first, let's tell us how we got this bad boy.
We got this from the Brickmania Great War book.
That's
the first
brick in
volume.
half.
Well, we've actually built. Well, there's one model we haven't built yet, but we built all the rest of them. So this has gotten a lot of heavy use.
Yeah.
And specifically, we built
The Sopwith camel.
With camel.
Yes. So how did we get the pieces?
We ordered the pieces through
In
Bricklink.
the back of the book, they had the part list and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
With detailed instructions.
And if you want to, you can get the parts off of Cosby's Bricks, which happens to be the sponsor of this video.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can hop on Bricklink.
His website and everything
is going to be linked in the description.
Yeah.
And if you use code Brickafit, you're going to get 10% off your next order and orders to come. So
pretty sweet deal for
why
everybody
wouldn't you?
around.
I sell some sets and minifigs and parts as well. So overall, a great person. Thank you, Cosby's Bricks, for sponsoring this video.
Yes.
Anyway, let's get on with. But first, before we give our thoughts,
Lord.
Garbage Man 221. I'm in contact with Dr. Pepper. No, I'm just kidding. But I wish Dr. Pepper reach out. See, drink DP.
Dr.
Anyway.
Pepper, he not only drinks them at 10, 2, and 4, but every hour on the hour and every half hour. And sometimes I think every quarter hour. I don't know if I spend more money on Dr. Pepper or Lego.
All right, let's...
There's no comparison. All right, so this is the Sopwith camel.
Yes.
We're going to get a close-up?
Well, definitely.
Because I think this is one of the coolest models out of the book. Fragile, very difficult to put together.
We had to glue it.
Well, it got frustrating, so desperate times called for desperate measures.
It got frustrating. No, it's impossible to do it without the glue.
So I used some glue.
How many days did you spend trying to do this without the glue?
Several days.
Several days?
It was disintegrating in my hands.
It was weeks.
Anyway, if you're not familiar with glue, I think Brickafit here is going to have a video devoted to the wonders or lack thereof of glue. But this is a special product developed by a kid about your age, I think, who took it on Shark Tank, and the sharks loved it. And here it is. Get that in the camera a little closer. It's non-toxic, and I found it works very well. A little dab will do you, and if you don't put too much on, you won't notice a difference. And the cool thing is, it doesn't harm the bricks like some adhesives do. And if you decide you don't want it anymore, or you want to get your bricks apart, you put it in hot water, and this stuff dissolves. And really, it's a cool product. But enough about that. So here you have the plane.
Camel.
Probably the best known plane of World War I. And why is that? Well, 2 reasons. Actually, 3 reasons. Number 1, can you say Peanuts and Snoopy? Because this, of course, is Snoopy's plane. It's got twin Vickers machine guns. And, of course, it's synchronized to shoot when the propeller is not in front of the gun. It's a single-seater. It was first introduced on the Western Front in World War I in 1917. It downed 1,294 enemy aircraft, the most of any airplane in World War I. It is called the camel because there's humps, and I'm not really seeing where they are there, but there were humps protecting the breeches of the guns from the freezing temperatures that you would get at high altitudes.
That's not included on this model.
And let's see, highly maneuverable, probably the most maneuverable airplane of World War I, but very, very difficult to fly. You had to be a very experienced pilot. The big joke, and I'm almost done with this history lesson, the big joke was that flying this airplane offered a choice between a wooden cross, a red cross, or a Victoria Cross. There's only 8 left in existence, and the top speed was all of 117 miles an hour. But a very cool plane. I love the decals. And the problem was the wings were very fragile. Whenever I tried to attach them, Joshua gave up, and I actually gave up for about 6 months. whenever I tried to attach the wings
out.
to these clips, the wings would just kind of fall apart. So, yes, I did glue the wings, but it's really sharp.
Yeah.
And it looks really close.
All right, here,
Dan
have it taken off.
did a great job.
Have it. Oh, man. No, you're not. Okay, you're doing it totally wrong.
Oh, of course.
You need to, hold on, get the side angle on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
now,
like this.
hold on. Now, just go straight up. Don't try to go into the camera because it's going to look wrong. All right, anyway, enough playtime. But, yeah, those are your history facts. How fast could it go? Do you know?
117 miles an hour. If you had been paying attention, you would have heard that.
Really?
Yes.
I was focusing on the camera.
Now I'm wondering why you're having some difficulty in geometry.
What?
The truth comes out.
What difficulty? What are you talking about? You had a D in geometry. Right now I have a B. So I don't know. I don't want to hear it because you have it a D. You said in your own words you should not have passed geometry.
No, the only reason I passed geometry was because my parents went in and talked to the teacher about how bad I was doing. So I guess because my parents did that, he gave me a D. But to my credit,
and guess what I have, folks? I have a B. So you can't talk anything. You can't trash talk me with the geometry. You can't trash talk me, man.
Mr. 117 miles an hour. But I'm actually, other than the fragility of this build, which I remedied with glue, I'm real impressed. I really like this build a lot, and I think the decals are just dope. In fact, I like it so much. Why is this turning into my video? I like it so much that I'm now hopelessly into building Brickmania planes.
Yeah. We should make it an exposed
So we've got a spad coming. We got like 3.
Oh no,
Yeah. We got 3 more planes.
Dave has an obsession with ordering from Bricklink, which if you are one of the people who have an exception with Bricklink, make sure to check out Cosby's Bricks. use code Brickafit. That's capital BRICKAFIT. FAIT.
Lord have mercy. You're taking spelling too. All right. I digress.
What?
I digress. Your lack of attention span may not apply to geometry, but spelling, I believe you just proved for your public
fine.
that you're having trouble.
All right, fine. I have trouble in spelling. Big deal. You had trouble in geometry and I don't.
Big deal.
Oh, big deal. Big deal. Big deal. You didn't have 258 subscribers at 13 years old,
They didn't have
did
YouTube.
You?
They barely had electricity when I was 13 years old.
We had electricity. It was developed in 18.
Well, we didn't have it.
Yes, you did!
No, we didn't.
You lived in New York City!
I didn't live in New York City.
Alright, White Plains, New York.
All right.
You had electricity!
When I was 13, when I was 13, I moved into the soggy South. I was in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
Not too far from here.
Live today.
No electricity. Went to an outhouse.
You're wrong! He lies!
I only had 1 pair of shoes, but I could only wear them.
You were a rich family. What are you talking about?
At the sign of first frost, I wore my shoes, and then as soon as the warm weather hit, the shoes went off, and I went barefoot to preserve the life of the shoes. Yeah, you didn't know this?
No! You have never talked about this ever.
Yeah, I grew up in a 1-room cabin with 16...
You lived on the most expensive road ever in Nashville.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I didn't.
You had a whole grandparents' farm, 42 acres of... He lies like a big fat dog. I'm sorry.
All right.
He's clip for the big red dog with the fat dog as well.
Right,
I mean, everything.
What
is going on?
You have lost control of this episode of whatever this is. Brickafit. Brickafit. FAIT.
Anyway, our final thoughts on the Sopwith camel. It's fragile, but it looks pretty cool.
I'll show the underside with those dope. I don't know. There's something about that red, white, and blue British symbol that just gets me excited every time I see it. All right. So, are we done here? Our thanks to Cosby's Bricks for sponsoring this mayhem. And I guess with that, we'll let Joshua get in touch with his inner pilot, and we'll see you later.